Hello, I would like to share with you my story of living with and then ridding myself of the diseases Crohn's and colitis. My name is Richard Berkeley, and these videos chronicle my journey to ultimately beat and heal myself of these very diseases. My wish now is to help you or others that suffer from these diseases by letting you know there are ways to heal this disease without surgery or medicine that in the end will not only rid you of these diseases, but improve your overall health tremendously. So thank you for watching.
So this is the beginning of a pretty unique and interesting adventure, and that is I'm getting ready to get on an airplane and fly to Hawaii, where I'm going to attend a retreat and go on a water fast and as well a bit of a juice fast for somewhere around 40 to who knows how many days. Now, the reason I'm going to do that is for a number of years, and probably about 4, I've been significantly bothered by a disease called colitis. And in fact, my doctor, who has also said that I have some Crohn's as well, and I'm not really sure in terms of the Crohn's like I am the colitis, because I actually got to see when they put that scope up my backside into the intestine and could see the red ulcerations on my intestines. Now, this is an extremely debilitating disease, and this 4 years of actually having to live with it have been, rather trying, and have significantly affected my life and my family. And so I've decided to kind of take this enormous step that holds some hope in terms of not curing the disease, even though we could say that's a possibility, but the definition of cure is something that could probably be gone forever, and is probably more related to taking a pill than anything else. Ultimately, what I'm going to go do is do a water fast that basically will stop my intestinal tract from functioning and allow it to take time to heal. And as gross as this is, I've best heard it described as, if you can imagine having a bunch of ulcers, cuts, and and sort of open wounds on your hand and rubbing shit on it every day and expecting it to heal. Well, that's sort of the same circumstance, with the colon and the bowels, and is attempting to get it to heal without, it being allowed to rest and to take the time to sort of better itself. Now, I was going to get that phone, but I guess now I don't have to. So, anyways, a little bit of history on this. I've certainly had challenges, with my bowels for some time, and previous to being sort of diagnosed with colitis. It was called IBS and bad stomach and GERD, and you take a whole bunch of different things, and ultimately in the end, these things kept getting worse. Now, the primary reason I'm going to do this video, and that of others, is for myself. And ultimately, I think, if I can release this to the public and there's a great outcome in terms of the colitis, I'd like to do it for others who suffer from this disease, because if this actually does work, and I do benefit from it, and I'm able to control that disease, I would be more than ecstatic to make sure others have that same opportunity, because this disease has cost me dearly. It has cost me some of my businesses. I have consumed my assets over the last 4 years as I've been rebuilding myself and making myself capable again of going back out to work. And I'm talking more than a couple $1 million worth of assets, keeping a family with 4 children, and colleges and all these sorts of things going. And so ultimately, it's been important to me to try to, get back in the saddle. But, it's just been tremendously difficult. I have had many, many bouts of this, and funny enough, as time has carried on, I've learned more and more about the disease, but as well, the implications of having the disease, because it's just not about having the inflamed bowels. Amazingly enough, when this occurs, virtually every joint in my body inflames, and I get some incredible headaches, and it totally puts you out of sorts. And ultimately, your memory seems to struggle as well. And so it's been very difficult, to really sort of rehab myself, so I can get back to the point where I'm a productive citizen again. So I've managed to do some interesting things. Some of them I've learned how to day trade and make money by being a trader, because you can do that from bed. I've taken on some other roles where I've become an advisor over the phone to people who are interested in purchasing franchises. And I've been able to, generate some income doing that. And neither of those have been significantly successful enough other than to keep me alive. And I've now begun some other projects, in fact 3 of them, which I think will be significant. And I'll be participating with my wife in these businesses. And, what I've really looked at is, what kind of condition and type of health do I need in order to build those businesses? Once again, thinking about the security of my family. So I've decided to, I guess, step out of the mainstream medicine and, do something that a lot of people would perceive to be radical. But I think if you do your due diligence about this like I have, you'll find people have been doing this for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And in fact, man was really not meant to have a meal every day as they scrambled around, foraging for their lives. There are times when they couldn't eat, and of course that's why we have fat stores. And, I'm about to rely on those very same fat stores to allow me to shut my body down, or my internal bowels and intestines, to allow them to heal. And fortunately for me, I've managed to save a few pounds for this activity. So, I guess one of the other questions is, where did this come from? And, certainly, this is one of these, the medical community has no idea. And you can do research and see 100 doctors and they'll all tell you something different because they actually don't know. And what they're really looking for in the traditional world is to find a pill that's going to work. And unfortunately, until you know what causes these things, a pill really doesn't work. But as far as my research to this point is, it certainly has to do with what we're consuming. And I certainly think, stress plays a role. But stress may merely be an aggravant to that. Now, I'm no stranger from stress, and certainly one of the things that really set me back and kind of got me into this last 4 years where I've been rebuilding was I was building numerous companies, national and international in scale. I was working tremendous hours and, living out of a suitcase and, being away from my family. And I can certainly contest and say that my stress was enormous, and potentially had a small heart attack along the way. I say potentially because they say I did, but I don't ever remember actually having it, but I did get some heart damage along the way. So I've definitely had a stressful lifestyle.
Thank you for watching my video. If you found this helpful or informative, please come to my website at www.colitisandcrohnsdisease.com, where you will also receive a free gift. Thank you.